Hi. Let me put this camera over here. You guys, I'm actually in bed. I decided to just come back with another video, a little bit of a video, while I'm drinking my breakfast. This is it's ginger black tea, just black tea and ginger. Hey, okay, I've been away. I've not been updating my videos for quite some time. I know it's been like 2 weeks or almost 3 weeks since I made a video. And probably some of you guys were asking, what is happening? Why are you never on? Hey, I've been actually busy. Life has been happening on this side because you remember I opened a new business. And in that business, I was having a hard time finding someone to work in that business for me. So it was closed, but I'm paying rent on it, and I felt like that was wasting a lot of money. So I got a lady because I advertised the job opening, salonist job opening. I got a lady, a very mature lady, like I think she's a mature lady to an extent. She's had her child is finished university or in university, something like that. So she's quite mature. And when she came in for the interview, she was really convincing, you know. And she started kind of misbehaving in a sense that today she comes, the next day she doesn't come. But I thank God that my cousin had already asked me for the job, and I organized for her to travel to Nairobi to come, and I found her a place to live close to the job. So my cousin is sort of taking over the business for me because she's a salonist and she knows everything, like she can do everything. I thank God that my cousin was actually there to actually, needed the job. So I had to organize with her to come and work. So that's exactly what happened. But with the other lady, so I came to realize that what she was looking for jobs in the city for was she was gathering her client because there was a time 3 ladies came to the shop, to the salon, their hair, and then she just washed their hair and obviously they gave her the money and she put it. Yes, she gave me the money partly and took commission from that, and then she talked to them and told them to go back. They will meet someplace so that she can organize to go and do their hair in their homes without my knowledge. So after these ladies left, she just sort of excused herself and she went to meet these ladies and went to their houses to see, so that the next day she was supposed to go there. So I think that is what she usually do. So me, I didn't know. My cousin was actually telling me that, I've noticed this lady, every time a customer comes, she sort of gives the customer her number and tells the customer to call her. And I feel like that is very dodgy. She shouldn't be giving clients her personal contacts, and I was thinking that maybe my cousin is just overreacting. But then some days went by, and she didn't show up at work, at my salon. And also my cousin was like, where is she? If you call her, me personally, if I call her, she doesn't pick up my call. But if someone else calls her, she picks up. So we sort of figured out that she probably gathers clients and then have work to do. So she doesn't really have time to come to the salon. So we usually open by 10 at least. You will find that even 2 o'clock, she's not yet at work. So because probably she was busy with her clients outside the shop, the salon, these clients whom she had talked to, whom she had gone to their houses to know their location so that she can go afterwards to do their hair without knowledge in their homes, they came to the shop and they were like, we are looking for this lady because she promised to do our hair at a discounted price in our homes. She even came to our house. And then my cousin was like, okay, now I get it. So my cousin was saying that, majority of this, because she's worked in busy salons before. She was telling me that majority of these ladies, this is what they do. I've worked with these ladies in this city. I know their characters. I know their intentions. Do not let these ladies lie to you. This lady don't need work. She only needs to gather client base and take away clients from you. So eventually something happens that one of the clients spoke to my cousin and told her that she has to open the salon by 6 a.m. so that she can go and do her hair in the salon. But when my cousin came at 6 a.m., she went to clean the shop, the salon, and make it ready for the client to come. And my cousin had told this client that in case I'm late, just give me a call. Or in case you've changed your mind, just give me a call. So that I don't have to actually wake up so early. But this lady did not call my cousin. And so my cousin came to work knowing that she has a client in the morning. But when she arrived, she was washing the shop and all that. So she went because this client's house is just next to the shop. So she went to sort of knock so that this client can open, to let her know that I'm already in the shop, in the salon. I'm ready for you. Come and let's do your hair. And when my cousin went to knock, guess what? She found this woman, this sleazy woman, already in there, plaiting this client's hair. The woman who steals clients from us. So my cousin was so furious. She was like, how am I supposed to know what's going on here? You guys asked me to come in the morning and do your hair, and then I come here and I find you guys plaiting each other's hair. What's happening? And she was trying to explain and blah, blah, blah. And my cousin was like, you should have just called me and let me know that you've gotten other ways to do your hair. Then you've gotten somebody how to do your hair. I don't know how they called each other. I don't know how they sort of persuaded each other. I don't know, man. it's a mess. So after that ordeal, and plus, it's just a lot of mess. You people, I want to tell you something. Women can be each other's worst enemy in this life. Thank God, excuse me. Thank God, me personally, when I say women, I don't say all women, obviously. When I say women, I say that some women, let me just say majority of women have the worst character in this life. That some of you people usually complain about men and say men did this, men did that, men this, that, man, that. You know, men, everything, men. Your life is messed up because of a man and what that. No, no, no. But I'm telling you, I kid you not. As women, we don't even like sort of second guess our character. And atujieki mkutano, we don't go to our, we don't even have conscience to start with. We sabotage each other. We are jealous over each other. Like, for example, when I opened the second salon, because I have the nail salon, now I have another hair salon, I just noticed that ladies were just like, not all, but some were just like, there's one lady who usually like just comes to my nail shop for no reason. She just comes there, sits there. And now she's made sure that she made friends around there. She's just so weird. At first, when she was coming, she pretended to be a client. I did her hair, I did her nails. And then from then onwards, she just kept coming. She made friends with my co-worker, one of my employees, and then she was just coming every time. Obviously, she have work to do. She have business to do. I mean, yes, you cannot be in Nairobi without hustling and finding money. Of course, she has that. She does in the meantime. And she sort of was just always coming, finding time to come to my shop. And I realized that the first time she came, she was just looking at me in a bit weird way that I could not put my finger on it, I just felt very uncomfortable at first. To an extent, I told my colleague, I don't understand why this woman looks at me like this. She looks at me very weirdly. Like, sometimes I catch her just gazing at me and just looking at me from head to bottom. And I know that she was they were gossiping at me and maybe saying that I'm the owner of the place. Maybe they were insinuating and, like talking like I have money. They were talking like, this lady have made it. She have this and she does that, all that bullshit. So this woman was always looking at me and wondering how does she have? Why? I don't get it. What she have? Like, she don't even look like she all this. So this is the kind of mentality I was gathering from this woman. Anyway, cut long story short, when my shop opened, when my hair salon opened, she came a couple of times, only like sitting there and chit-chatting. I don't understand why women can just come and gather at a business place to just sit and chat. Sometimes when a customer is passing, the customer could think that the place is crowded and maybe I have too many customers, but they are not customers. They are just sitting and chatting, So sometimes I could just tell them, you guys, I don't think it's necessary for you people to just talking in the shop. I mean, sit somewhere else, but not make the place so crowded, just chit-chatting and making noises and laughing loudly and, making this place a gossip club. I don't want this thing to happen. When this woman started giving me an attitude, because she felt like I was not in my right to tell them off or tell them not to be making my place of business a gossip club. So she started giving me an attitude. Then one time she came and I mean, she does, sometimes she's not she does her nails, but she's not like a frequent monthly basis type of a customer. She does or she doesn't do or whatnot. So she came there and then she was like, we give you business. We are the people who give you business and don't talk to us like that. I'm like, excuse me, I just said what I said. I said what I said. If you didn't come here to actually do your hair or your nails, please don't be sitting here and making gossips here. Just go to your home. I don't want my business to be crowded like this, And anyway, another time she came, usually in my shops, we make it to like people remove their shoes and step on there's a little carpet, a little rug that I've put for them to like not feel cold. So in the nail salon, strictly we don't allow people to enter with shoes, and that's why the place is always clean. Like we clean, like like it's a very tidy, neat, small place. So you can imagine if everybody comes in with shoes and removes shoes and lets, the floor is gonna be crowded with shoes and with dirt, and then plus they have to step on a higher platform where they can't step with shoes. So that is the reason why we make sure that the place is neat for them to feel like it's so neat, equal, it's not dusty, and it's the shoes, dirty shoes all over. So we put designated places for them to put shoes and then come in. So this lady knows this, but then she goes to the salon. The salon, it's not very practical, but at first we try to put it as clean as the other one is. So this lady comes in, and then first and foremost, she came in and she was telling me to actually groom her eyebrows for her. So I came with all the eyebrows tools. I was going to groom it for her. Then she looked at me and she was like, just leave it. I don't want it anymore. So I was like, why is she behaving like this? Or anyway, I left with my eyebrow tools. Then she told this other woman, the one that usually steals customers, to do her hair, put, I don't know, this dye, and groom her eyebrows for her. She don't want me to touch her. Then I'm saying, okay, fair enough. Then at this point, I told them, you guys, if you guys, I suggested to them to get all their eyebrows grooming tools so that they can be doing eyebrows in the shop and keeping the money. They don't have to give me the money from the eyebrows tool that they will be doing eyebrows, because eyebrows is only 70 Kenya shillings, less than $1. So there's no way I can be getting that money from them. I told them, do it, but then get all your tools. So because this lady was like, I don't want you to do my eyebrows, so now she wanted her eyebrows to be done, but then the other lady came to take the tools to do her eyebrows. I said to her, you know what? Because this lady is very disrespectful, you find your own tools and do her eyebrows for her, and then keep that money. You're not taking the tools from here, because now they came to take the tools from my shop. So I told her yesterday we agreed that you need to get your own tools so that you can be doing eyebrows. If you have to do her eyebrows, go and find your tools. Then the tools is like just a razor. They have to buy a razor, and then they have to get like a surgical spirit. That's all. It's like less than even, it's very cheap. It's just next to the shop. So this lady came in and started yelling. The one that I told you that was always looking at me weirdly. She was starting yelling. And if I tell you this lady did not abuse me, she really, really did abuse me, okay? And she was making such a scene at my business premises. And she was telling me, like, I know you have money. I know you have money. You seem to feel like you've made it. You know what? I will make sure both of these your salons are closed, and I will take all these girls who are working for you to go and work for me. You don't know who I am, and blah, blah. And she was just talking bullshit. And then I told her, you know what? What you need to do right now, you need to go back to your house. That is exactly what you need to do. Because there is no way in hell you are always going to come here at my business premises to make gossips and to laugh loudly and to interrupt and to make chaos here. I've always told you to go to your house. Hey, I bring for you money. I always come here. And I told her, well, how much money have you provided in this business of mine? You want me to give it back to you? And all this bullshit. And then my landlord came and had the commotion and was like telling her, you have to go home, because there's no way you can come to somebody's business and make all this drama. Just go home. So since that time, because I noticed that this woman was only coming to make drama. So since that time, she left, and she left with this woman who always comes to steal customers from the shop. This woman never came. But anyway, since I was feeling like she was always, sometimes we are stranded with customers because the shop is doing well for a newly opened place. So I felt like she's sabotaging the business, because sometimes she's there, sometimes she's not there. So I say it is fine. I had already made up my mind that I don't want working there. God will bring another nice lady to work with us. So I noticed that ladies are the worst women's, which each other's enemy, unbelievably horrible. I don't have female friends as much. I do not have, because I don't know. There's just something that I don't know. There's just something weird. It's not like I don't have friends, but the friends I have are people that I don't feel like, I feel like they are very mature, and I feel like they don't have ill intentions towards me, and you can feel it in your spirit and in your instincts, the kind of people. If you have friends, you can feel it in. I don't have many friends. I mean, I can only count like one hand. Even this one hand cannot be done with many friends. I mean, when you reach a certain time, a certain age, having these BFFs, and you people don't have time for this. People have other priorities, other whatnot. But I have people that I can count on. Like I would say that my landlord, let me say landlord, the lady who has rented me my business premises, I would say that if I'm sick, I would call her, or I would ask her to help me, or I would tell her, can you please bring your car and take me to the hospital? I would, um I feel like I'm very, even her, she's found a friend in us, even though we are business partners, we are doing business together. But at the end of the day, I feel like she's a mother to me, because she's obviously much older. And I feel like she's a mother to me. I feel like she's very mature. And when it comes to dealing with people, I don't understand. Maybe I don't know, guys. I just feel like people have really horrible has attitude towards each other. To an extent, it's really sad. So, anywho, that's that. This lady left, and I don't want to see her again ever in the premises, because why would she say that? I don't know, man. She said some horrible things that makes me feel like she was coming only to my shop to sort of try to attack me, and her spirit was not really in line with my spirit, and she felt really intimidated. And some people were saying that this woman has been had a lot of jealousy towards you, because probably she feels like she's prettier than me, and she's better than me, or she's what than me, and all that. But then I was always feeling like she have a lot of insecurities, because every time she comes to my shop, she comes with a scar. The man that she lives with always beat on her and all that. So I felt like she's a woman who likes war, war and blood. And I felt like she was really trying me that day so that she can fight with me, because she's so used to fighting. She's always, she's worked in bars and pubs and clubs and drunkenness and all this. And so I don't understand. I just don't get it. So anywho, guys, she's not a woman of my caliber. She's like, we are not the same mentally. So I don't see the need why I should even accommodate her in my area, in my eh, vicinity. Isn't it vicinity? Whatnot. Anyway, guys, let me finish this video quickly. So the Kenyan election is done and dusted. And the guy whom I was rooting for, that I've always been rooting for, once again um, um, won, but did not get it. The same script that always has happened. And I told you guys, and I always tell bloggers who, like in Kenyan politics, in Kenyan presidency, in Kenyan what, leaders are selected, they are not chosen. It has always been predetermined. And money talks, and constitution and the rule of law does not apply to a lot of people in our country. And a lot of people, especially the people in the prominent sectors, it does not apply. The guy who has been elected as the Kenyan president, who is actually going to be sworn in very soon, he is a guy who Obviously, there are people who like it for certain reasons, and there are people who choose to like him for a certain reason. But I've really never really understood why people like him, and because of his past rogue deals and the way he's done, yani the way he conducts and I'm not going to into details. And I know that I talked about this, and a lot of people in my course, not even a lot, some people, I think two people disagreed with me to an extent. They were so bitter and salty. And as a matter of fact, in Kenya, if you have money, you can literally even go get away with a lot of things, especially if you're prominent, because the same guy who is now the president is the one who was groomed, and he is very knowledgeable when it comes to election malpractice. Okay, the previous president who is now leaving, obviously he's the one who aided him into power, because money, there are people who actually fund him to an extent. They invest in him to help him get into power, to sort of, they use money, in trillions, to bribe judiciary and to put money here and there, and even to the people who conduct election in this country. Like when the presidential petition went, like was submitted, these people from the petitioners had nine allegations that they came in with evidence. One of the evidences was so, like, hey, it's unbelievable. But the court came and deliberated and actually threw out all the 9 petitioners. They did not even scrutinize their evidence. They did not even, first of all, in 2017, this guy was rigged out. And they were only asking the courts to allow these election people to actually provide them with servers so that they can scrutinize their server together with their IT people, with these people actually manning the entire process. But the court actually told them, in 2017, election was actually nullified. And because of irregularities and whatnot, they were found to have acted abnormally, because that time we had a Supreme Court judge who was very staunch Christian, and who was very much about the rule of law and no cutting corners. He cannot be bribed and all that. He was threatened, almost killed because of that, but he took his stand. This time we have a female Chief Justice who I am 100% sure before my God, if I am lying, then God can come and take my life today. Take my life today. I have agreed. Take it. But these people were very much compromised, because there is no way petitioners can actually bring so much evidence as to why they believe the election was actually rigged. There is no way these people can bring so much evidence, and these people decide to just throw away the evidence, anonymously decide that, this thing is upheld. They threw away all the evidence without even scrutinizing this evidence. One of the evidences was that there was a foreign aid who actually colluded with these people to remotely operate the election servers and manipulate elections. And out of the 8 servers that this Independent Electoral Commission has, only one server, that is not even a mother server, was happened. And from this one server, we were shown in the court that there was a lot of deletions that were happening. They were deleting and adding, and previously when the election was supposed to be, were almost being conducted, there were papers that was a lot, ballot papers, along with some forms that were supposed to be printed. They printed these things double. And then this man said that we are actually not going to use the double copy of one form that we have printed. Come election day, they used. They don't have any, these people, the petitioners had evidence that they actually used it. The court did not scrutinize this. A lot of things happened. The courts just put their blind money talks. The election in Kenya, they select leaders. They do not elect. They only use you as rombe. You know this sheep. You go and queue and then vote. But your vote actually don't count. That is why I've said that. Actually, in 2017, I said, I will never, ever vote in Kenya. Simply because of how people always, they make sure that someone dies during election. This time, people decided to just like, let them do whatever they, I mean, if they know who is going to win, if they know that these people have already conjoined and the money has been used and they've already determined who is going to win, then why do they tell Kenyans to actually go and exercise their civil right by trying to elect their leaders? If they know that they will only choose whoever they choose, there is no point of us going there. So right now, I'm like, I was so disappointed. A lot of people are so disappointed because honestly, so many people voted the honorable the right honorable Omolo Odinga. So many people voted for him, a lot of people than usual, because this time it was his final time to actually try and go in. So many people voted him, but again, even though like people were saying that he was the current president was endorsing him, but remember, the current president, he doesn't know how election is rigged. He have no idea. The current president just went in because he was helped to be rigged in. They put him there and they forced him, you have to sit there. They rigged him in. And the same people who did the rigging again did another rigging. And then you want to tell me that now again in 20 whatnot, I don't know, in the next 5 years I need to conduct election? I'm not gonna do, because my voice doesn't count. I don't matter. It doesn't matter. They will be choosing each other. And it's very sad, the state of our country, because even the people who have died, they've gone missing. They have been slaughtered in the bush, and the people who do this go unpunished. And a lot of these things happen, but these people support these people who actually are responsible for these killings. They support them to the core. And I said in 2017 that I don't want to be part of this nonsense. But then I found myself going back to the ballot, because again, it was my first time ever doing election. I mean, casting my ballot. But you people, I'm done. I'm officially done. I'm not watching news. There's no news in my house. When news is on, we will be watching other things, because I have anxiety. And since this thing happened, I know people usually say, don't put politics in your heart. But me, it's normal for a human being to feel that something, when it is not, it's done unfairly. Or when so many things are happening and you feel like there is no hope because people have been, vindicated for doing a lot of horrible things in this country. You feel sad as a human being because of the lives that has been lost in the past, the lives that are lost unnecessarily now, and because of how people are conducting everything. Like, you feel just upset. But at the end of the day, vengeance belongs to God. At the end of the day, we live to see another day. But what people need to not do is right now to start to actually say a loser has lost. And no, he hasn't lost. He always leads with integrity. He wants the election process to have integrity. That is what he wants. He wants fairness, integrity, and the rule of law to be applied to the core without any compromise. That is what this guy has always wanted. But since you guys don't want this, you don't want any deaths investigated, you don't want any corruption investigated, you don't want any of these things happen, then you have put your bed, you have decked your bed, now you have to lay on it for the next 10 years. And let's hope that this guy does not change the constitution to an extent, just the way Uganda have this, I don't know what they have, that allows their president to be there forever. I hope he doesn't. And even if he does, you know what? It's none of my business. Now, I've said I've actually did this. I don't want to be any part of it. So you people, it's, I don't know what time is it. So someone is, I went to the HR. He said only my manager. I have not read from you guys, and I'm not sure if I have enough internet to continue this live. Okay, 8:58. Oh, I still have time, a bit of time. Let me read a little bit from you people. Someone, okay, the people were saying good morning, good morning, good morning, all of you. Long time, very bad. You guys did not vote for Baba. I did vote for Baba. You know what? I vote for him for the first time in my life, and it's well. Thumbs up is done. Thank you so much, Betsy. Ugandan Queen, it's like that. Mobile salon. She was doing mobile salon under your salon. She goes to the client homes after getting their numbers exactly. Kikulacho kiguoni mwako, just be aware. Who are those are thieves. Give this live. Thank you so much, Betsy. They are trying to take over your position in your salon. Better chase them before you lose your business and mind. Hey Ruby, how are you? Eunice, I'm fine. Thank you so much. Some people are very mean. Exactly. Hey Ruby, I mean, you become mean to the fellow and then you want to actually prosper in life. You're not gonna prosper. If you are a mean-spirited person and you are doing things to sabotage other people, you will not prosper in life. That is just the rule of karma. Hey Ruby, I have a question. I would like you to advise me since you worked in the airline. You can email me, Eunice. I'm working with a Middle Eastern airline, but as a ground staff, as a duty-free sales. Eunice, you can always email me. If you're working in the Middle Eastern airline, I think it's a good opportunity for you because you're already in Middle East. So you can always polish your CV. You can always like take great photos with the great outfit. Like, you know what? If you really want to become a flight attendant, you have to live, breathe, and move this dream of becoming a flight attendant, and you have to go towards it. Again, some people physically, they might not, like when I say physically, maybe your body mass index, a BMI, or maybe your height, or maybe your facial structure, or maybe you have scars, or like this industry needs people who are very polished, very lean, and tall, like model like looking type of physique, and facial features that are, I don't know, you people, but these people are very vain. If you know that you have these qualities and characters, and you can, you have poise, and you stand out in the crowd, and you have a commanding voice, and not commanding in a demeaning way or commanding in overbearing way, but you can address a crowd, and you can actually talk, and you can be a team leader, and you seem like somebody who is very accommodating, friendly, poised, and all that. You can have this job. I'm not going to tell you that you can't, but go after it. Do the process that everyone does. You have to if it is walking interviews, you have to submit your walking interviews even in Emirates. Let nobody tell you that you can never do this job, because you can. Go on Emirates walking interviews. You have to use money to gain it. Convince these people that you are suitable candidate for this job. Go to the interview and speak your heart out. If it is the English language that if you have not mastered, go and master your English language. Be poised and eloquent, and you have to convince these people that you can be a world 5-star airline ambassador. Then they will definitely give you the job. When I first went for the interview, I was bullshit. Like, I didn't even speak great English. But I mastered this thing by watching a lot of YouTube videos, by reading a lot from Google. I was reading about the airline codes, their values, their visions, and everything. Like whichever airline I wanted to work for, Emirates, Etihad, Qatar Airways, I knew all their words they have won. I knew all their everything that they stand for in the airline industry. Then when I went for the interview, anything they asked me, it was on my my fingertips because I knew it. So they had no reason not to hire me. So that is exactly what I tell you. Everybody thinks that it's so easy walking the path. You have to master it. You have to stand in the mirror. You have to start decking yourself, looking the part, putting on nice makeup, do your hair like a flight attendant, walk. I used to just be acting like a flight attendant to an extent. I was walking in the mall and people could approach me. Somebody gave me a business card from an airline and told me there's an interview this day. Call me, come for the interview. Like that is what is the influence of thinking it until you become it and it becomes the reality. So that is what I can tell you. But if you are just like, if you are a ground staff, if you're working in the duty free or all that, you can always start aligning your mind with the job. And when you go for the interview, trust me, you will have no point of, like you'll be so confident to an extent they will not deny you the job. Good luck. I think I have answered your questions, but if you have more questions, kindly email me on my Instagram page. The Instagram page is the same as the name that is on this channel, so you can always find me there. So I pray that the blessings of the Lord prosper you, your nail and hair salon. Thank you so much, Bessie. You may receive reliable, honest, and loyal staff work. This is what I pray God to. So someone is talking about Ruto. Guys, I don't even want that name mentioned. I am so upset. It is so ridiculous how upset I am. Like, I haven't slept since election started. I have not slept good. Okay. And then the fact that these people mention God at every breath they take, they like God. It's all God. It's all about God. No, it's not God. It's the money and power that you have. That is what God is not in this. God is not in this. I don't believe God. I can't even continue. It's absolutely ridiculous. Okay, my manager is Indonesian and he is already giving me a hard time. My roommate who is Kenya is giving me a hard time. She is stealing my shopping. She puts the AC at 16 and the room becomes cold. She doesn't want to use her money because she worked at Emirates for 18 years and she didn't have any saving money. She's 44 years old. Just why don't you just move? I mean, find another place. I told my manager to change my flat. He said it's impossible. I requested. Why is she so mean? Request for change. Oh man, that is so, man, this is the time where you need to pray. Now you need to align your thinking hard to actually move from that position. Like, find another job, please. I wish I can read from all of you, but I think my data is running out. So you people, pray for us, Kenyans, man. Pray for us. Pray for us because we are in deep shit. Pray for us. Anyway, you guys, I see you guys in the next video. Have a lovely day. Bye.